Bunker Senate debate on the floor. Like, this is what we doing if I gotta wear the I need them, and this is my
Depend.
request to the Obamas with all due respect. Please talk about something else. I don't want to talk about your brother being divorced. I don't want to talk about what millennials and zennials ain't getting right. I don't want to talk about social media unless we're talking about how they are tricking the algorithm so you can't see our content when we're talking about our survival. And I would love to see them on the State of the People tour, which I think we are here to
Oh,
talk about today.
Yeah, we are
yeah.
going to talk about it, but we also going to touch on because that was wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
honey. She
we're
said,
also
That's
get
how
to
I
work.
feel.
Get to work.
right. We're also going to talk about Cory Booker holding the Senate floor for 25 hours that you mentioned. Some of the roomies are applauding his marathon, and a lot of our roomies are saying, "So what? I'm tired of symbolic gestures." Angela, start with you. What are your thoughts about Senator Booker's 25-hour speech?
Well, I want to tell you, shout out to my Substack that I just started. Tamika. Also, shout out to my sister who wrote her second book. It is a memoir. She is on book tour right now, and she still carved out time to be
Mhm.
with us this evening. So, Tamika, I hope you talk about this too, because she is not a woman of symbolic gestures. She's a woman that lays it all on the line all the time, and one of my greatest inspirations. So, thank you, T. I
Thank
will
you.
say, with Senator Booker, this wasn't just symbolism to me. This was about um, getting the American people to focus on how dire the circumstances are. This gesture was not just symbolic because it lets us know in real time that it's in crisis enough for him to starve himself to fast for 3 days before even making the attempt, and to dehydrate himself for almost 24 hours so that he wouldn't have to go to the bathroom. He did different than what Strom Thurmond did. I learned this on our podcast. Tiffany told us that Strom Thurmond, when he filibustered the Civil Rights Act of 1957, he didn't have to leave the floor because he had a bucket to piss in, right? So he didn't
Wow.
even have to leave on the floor. He had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Cory Booker stood 10 toes down to let the American people know that we are facing a fascist regime. I think
Mhm.
that is the type of leadership we need. What is sad about it is that he's the only one that has stood so far. This should be happening every single day. It
That's
should
right.
have happened on the other side of the continuing resolution that 10 senators, including the current minority leader, Chuck Schumer, who should be forced to step down, voted for. This is something very different. It looks very different. And what I think is good about what Corey did, even with the flat sides, is he met the moment. And what we're requiring of leadership, regardless of party right now, is for people to meet the moment. So they can say
Mhm.
it's symbolism, but I would just ask the roomies that you're talking about, what are y'all doing?
Mhm.
Hello.
What are y'all
Okay.
Yeah.
actually doing?
And
Okay.
I would just, and I would say, I want to make